the sniper discovered a landmine under his feet. He pretended not to notice and stepped over it. Unexpectedly, the officer following him immediately stepped on it. The officer froze, staring at the mine under his feet. Even the slightest movement would have blown him to pieces. Helpless, the officer had no choice but to ask the sniper for help. The sniper did not help him. Instead, he pulled out his pistol and warned the officer not to move. Then he turned and left without looking back. The sniper did this because he wanted to kill the American pilot alone, but he had not gone far when he heard a loud explosion. Obviously, the officer had been killed by the mine. The sniper did not hesitate at all. He ran toward the American pilot. At the same time, the pilot was being chased by a large group of terrorists. The pilot had no time to think and could only run for his life. Because he did not know the area, he could not shake off his pursuers. Just as the terrorists were about to catch him, the pilot suddenly fell into a large pit. When the terrorists reached the pit, they discovered it was full of rotting corpses. The stench made them give up the search. The pilot survived. After climbing out of the pit, he hid in the middle of a cliff and spent a difficult night there. The next day, the pilot continued moving toward the designated location. Along the way, he passed an abandoned factory. After checking carefully and seeing no enemies, he prepared to leave quickly. But after a few steps, he noticed mines hidden by the enemies. At the same time, the terrorists were approaching from behind. The pilot had no choice but to risk crossing the minefield. The terrorists fired at him immediately. While dodging the bullets, the pilot accidentally triggered a mine. The explosion set off a chain reaction, detonating all the other mines. In this desperate moment, the pilot's survival instinct surged. Finally, he managed to escape the explosion zone. When the sniper arrived at the scene, the pilot had already reached the evacuation point. The pilot immediately contacted headquarters by radio. The sniper continued chasing the pilot. Soon, he reached the mission location and spotted the pilot through his scope. Suddenly, he heard the roar of a helicopter. He realized the pilot's rescue team had arrived. He had to complete his mission quickly. The sniper moved toward the pilot with his gun. As he approached, he realized it was a trap. Before he could react, an alarm went off. The pilot burst from the snow and fired continuously at the sniper. The sniper was finally killed. If the sniper had helped the officer step off the mine safely, could they have worked together to complete the mission?